Hello and welcome guys to a new YouTube format from me, Ali Khan. Today's video is going to be about why I love Breath of the Wild so much and why it's such a special game to me. I've built this weird emotional connection to the game, and in this video I want to explain roughly why. Although to be honest, I'll probably struggle to put it into words, because feelings are always hard to explain. I started playing Breath of the Wild back in 2018 after I begged my parents to buy it. They have returned from a grocery shopping and gave me the gift. It was Breath of the Wild. I was so excited to play on my brand new Wii U, which I also just recently got from my parents as a birthday present. I had been watching Let's Plays from my favorite gaming YouTuber at the time, and probably still is, in terms of Nintendo games. Domtendo he's called. I wanted to play the game by myself so badly after watching his Let's Play that I started imagining sticks were stored in my local park and certain places were the Hyrule Castle or the Yiga hideout. So after this weird obsession with the game, I finally got to play it. And now, here are my reasons why I love Breath of the Wild so much. I hope you guys will enjoy the video, it's my first one in English. Lean back, take some food. Because it's going to be a longer video, I have put a lot of effort into it. It's probably the video I've put the most effort in recent times. Just in case, I want to apologize for my pronunciation, because English is not my first language. Without further ado, let's start with reason 1. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is, in my opinion, such a calming game. Like, when you play it, you get distracted from reality so easily. You are just stunned by the freedom you have in game, and you just look around and admit the things the developers have put into the game, the small little details, the mountains, the hills, the trees, or anything. Honestly, you could get lost in time playing this game, which I did honestly multiple times. I've spent so many hours in that game. Sadly, I haven't played on a Nintendo Switch, because if I would have been able to track the time I've played. But still, I can guarantee you that I have played around 1000 hours or something in Breath of the Wild, so I know what I'm talking about at least a little bit. Especially in stressful times, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild helps me to calm down and relax. It's a game where you can basically just retreat to from no matter what happened in real life, and not feel bad about the time you've spent in the game, because no matter how much progress you've made, you still feel that you've made a decent amount of progress in game. I just loved searching for shrines and seeing them in a distance, marking them with my Sheikah slate, or fulfilling side quests which aren't even necessary to progress in the main story, or even exploring the weirdest places in Breath of the Wild because you get actually rewarded for doing so. Sometimes the game just shows you a big middle finger. If you find all 900 Koroks, you basically get handed a piece of shit. But that aside, I always had the urge to explore everything in this game, and I still do because I played Breath of the Wild while recording this commentary. So yeah, Breath of the Wild is calming in my opinion. In Breath of the Wild, everything has meaning. Even the simplest things. The ability to stop time, or the ability to use your Sheikah slate as a magnet to attract things that are made out of metal, is truly unique to me. Even though the mechanics are very simple, they're still perfectly implemented into the game, making it feel more complete and polished. It also allows for a lot of creativity, because sometimes I solve the shrines the way they aren't intended to be solved. It's often so weird that I even question myself what I'm doing. But at least it worked, so I don't have to worry about what the original solution for the shrine was. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has introduced me to a new mechanic as well, which is cooking using multiple ingredients. It made me try to achieve more with less materials, making efficiency in this game a great factor of success. And don't get me started with using bombs on enemies to bully them until they just fall off a cliff. I find it quite amusing that bokoblins cannot swim, so if I explode a bomb next to them, I launch them right into the water, making them drown in it. It doesn't even matter which type of bokoblin it was, if it was a silver one, if it was a golden one, or just a red one, which makes this game even more fun to play because it's hilarious to watch. In summary, Breath of the Wild perfectly manages to implement these simple functionalities into the game. It feels like the game has been designed with that feature in mind. Sorry, with these features in mind. And with that, I'll conclude this point. Time to move on to the next one. The exploration in Breath of the Wild feels alive because the map is so big and dynamic. Even after years, I still find new places, little secrets, and interesting mechanics. There is no thing as you're fully done with the game. You have fully discovered everything in the game. That's just simply not true. Whenever I go exploring, I always walk into something new. And if it's even a place that I've visited for 1,000 times, there's always something new to discover. When you're out there exploring, you don't get overwhelmed by information. It's in decent chunks, you always know where you want to go next. And if you don't, you can still open your map and look around where you haven't been, making it even easier to explore the world, but never fully 100%. The villages I've been at always feel relaxing and like a checkpoint I can relax at, or even like a second home after Link's home which he bought. The feeling you get when you discover something new is always something special, because the game rewards you as I previously mentioned. One of the stupidest things I have tried in Breath of the Wild was trying to reach the end of the map with my paraglider and see what's going to happen. Sadly and obviously, there has been an invisible wall. Disappointing young me. But that goes to show that Breath of the Wild is also designed by humans, which makes it even more special. Because considering that it has been made by humans, it is stunningly great. Sure, some players will always find something to criticize about the game, but in my opinion, it's almost perfect. I'm only saying almost just to be humble. In my opinion, I don't see any imperfections. And with that, I want to conclude the point about me talking that the exploration is so amazing and well made, and we shall move on to the next point. Every single character in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild plays an important role by contributing to the storyline of the player, because each player has a unique style in playing the game. The recalled memories which Link has always give a good insight into what he has experienced or how the side characters or main characters are like. It's almost as if you get a personal insight into the mind of each character displayed in the memories. You can see Zelda is starting to like Link as the assigned knight to protect her, and later on opening up to him and sharing emotions with him. I feel like a bond has been created between them. Each one of the champions have unique personalities as well. My favorite being Mipha because she's so caring about Link, but had to meet a tragic fate against the fight of the Calamity Ganon. But also Rivali developing his character after he realized that Link is not such a bad guy after all, and that he should stop being such an egoistic piece of shit. As a child, Breath of the Wild's story made me cry, especially in that memory playing in the background, where Zelda cries in Link's arms. It displays Link as a hero. Rightfully so. Or which I also liked was Daruk's supportiveness and helpfulness for Link. He was such a nice guy to him, even though he's like 20 times bigger than him. Well, not literally, but he's way bigger than him. There's so much more to be said about the story, but I want to keep the video a little shorter, so let's move on to the next point. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's graphics are something unique which I haven't seen before, such as other things previously mentioned. The cartoony graphics still manage to somehow look detailed, which is something very impressive to pull off. The graphics perfectly contribute to the game. The graphics are one of the factors contributing to the scene being angering, saddening, depressing, or hyping someone up. Breath of the Wild was the first game to ever introduce me to this style of graphics. Sure, there has been other Zelda games which are cartoony as well, such as Wind Waker, but this one has introduced me to it. The graphics make it seem like the game is targeted towards a younger audience, but honestly I would be questioning if the game is well suited for people below the age of 12. Because in comparison to 12-year-old children, you actually have to use a brain to understand the game, so that's an argument. My point is done here. Let's talk about tactics. As previously mentioned, you cannot play Breath of the Wild without using your brain. When it comes to discovering monster bases, sometimes the most straightforward approach is not the right one. Maybe you have to sneak around and ambush someone, or look out for explosive barrels to make them explode and cause collateral damage. In some areas of the map, such as snowy ones or at the Great Plateau, there are stones which you can push off to kill enemies or at least to harm them. During combat, especially against Lynels, you have to use perfect blocking or dodging of attacks to stand a chance against the Lynel, because if you don't do that, you're basically dead. A stupid thing is to fight against electrical enemies while it's raining, as an example. A perfect one for this would be the Zora's Domain. If you try to reach it before taming Varuta, you're walking into your own death if you don't have any protection from electricity. The other way around, if you use ice weapons against fire enemies or fire weapons against ice enemies, they instantly perish, giving you a significant advantage. The final thing I want to talk about is the music in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The tracks in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild are one of the best I've ever heard in my life, and I'm willing to state that it will stay like this for a long while, because this is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. After sharing my story in Breath of the Wild with you, I finally want to conclude this video. I thank you for watching this video until the end, and now, please listen to this artwork. It is stunningly beautiful, and perfect to end the video. For any Breath of the Wild players, replay it one more time. It won't harm you. See you in the next one.